All right, welcome folks to the Land Timber stream. There's a bit of a delay there. I don't know what the deal was with Twitch. I just shut down OBS, restarted. We're all good. But great to have you. It is Saturday afternoon. Getting our study on. We've been studying a little bit today. This, by the way, the wallpaper of the day is a photo from NASA, a view of the southern hemisphere of Jupiter. A really cool photo. Thought I'd share that with everybody. But hey, yeah, we've got some folks here in the chat. We've got mentors. Which is great. Yeah, it's been raining all day. I know Mentors lives in Florida here with me, and it's been raining a lot this week. In fact, it's supposed to rain like the next 7 days. So I probably won't be getting outside too much, unfortunately. But yeah, we are here. We're a little sort of trapped inside, but that's okay. We're planning to do some study anyway today. And I got 23 days to go till my next scheduled written exam, my reschedule. I've been focusing on a lot of the evolving technologies updates, or section of the... Hey, DeBizzle's here too. Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, I got several people in the chat. It's great. Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody's study's going well, or you're labbing, whatever you got going on. But yeah, I've been working on evolving technologies, REST API, and that's been good for me. I'll discuss that in a minute. We're going to talk a little bit about the giveaway again on Monday. Just trying to make sure that everyone hey, there's Big Abe too. All right, we're going to party. But yeah, just want to make sure everyone who, I know a number of people that watch the channel did not or have not ever been to Cisco Live, and hope that latest series has been helpful, the vlog series, limited series. But we're doing this giveaway, right? This is the swag bag. So all you have to do is be a follower on Twitch of this channel and be in the chat like everyone here on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to roll the dice, and whoever's in chat is a follower will be awarded this bag, as long as I can send it to you with a reasonable amount, like in the US, right? So yeah, so got some good stuff in here. By the way, the Lego blocks, the bag is yours. I hope so, man. I hope, whoever is in the chat, I wish you the best here. There's a number of things in here. One of these coolest things is these giant Lego blocks. It's part of the MPLS training, and you may not be able to see that because it's green, and yeah, it's black on the screen. But... hey, we got a new sub. Thank you to Bizzle, man. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for that sub. Always good to get support on the stream, and it's much appreciated, my friend. And again, any proceeds are going to go back into the stream to make it better. So thanks so much to Bizzle. You're very generous. I really appreciate it. Tier 1 sub. But yeah, so hey, who wants the swag? He's trying to influence me. So this one has a written MPLS, right? Another one says, they basically represent the label. Oh yeah, that's okay, Divisible, no problem, my friend. But yeah, this is one of the giant Lego blocks, and there's 4 different blocks. One of them says. So you got L2, layer 3, and layer 4 and application layer. So yeah, if you want to teach a class or do a vlog, you can use these blocks, and that's how they used it during the giveaway, or during the session at Cisco Live. It was great. It actually worked really well. But yeah, that's what we're going to be giving away at 7 p.m. And back on the written, this will be brief. I have been talking a little bit about in the Discord and in the channel about learning networking programmability. Now, what I've always said is that I don't really intend to study in earnest, Python and programming and Ansible too much before I get to CCIE. That's something I want to really pursue hard after passing the CCIE routing and switching. However, that being said, 2 things have influenced me to start learning some about network work and programmability. One is my work, my job. So that is coming up. At the job, I'm on a cross-functional team where we have developers, and we're working on a project together. and they see me making code for what they call code, basically CLI commands, like an implementation script, like, you know what, maybe we can help you program that. So yes, so Ansible mentors is one thing I'm looking at. I actually watched a video today, which I have shared below. Actually, I do not, but it's on David Bombal's channel, and he talks about what should you learn first. And Dimitri talked about this as well. And basically, the consensus is if you're new, if you're getting started, one thing that would be good for you to learn is Ansible, right? Ansible may not necessarily be your long-term solution, but it's a good way to get started. And that's what I plan to do, is start implementing, on my job, leveraging more of Ansible and Python and using it to accomplish some of the work that I need to do. So, although I won't be studying, I'm going to try to reserve my personal study time, what I call my personal study time, for the CCI routing and switching. I am going to have some time on the job to review and prepare for and actually work on some networking programmability. So that's one thing, what's going on at work. The second thing is the fact that I'm trying to beef up some of the areas that I need to beef up after the last written exam is the evolving technologies. So I'm also needing to study some of the programmability stuff for my next exam, including REST API. And RESTful API is an interesting topic. I think one of the things I'm trying to focus on is the difference between the different HTTP methods. So, you got get, put, post, patch, delete, and put and post. Like, what are the difference of those? What is patch? I think we all pretty much know what get is and what delete means. But, what are the differences between put, post, and patch? So I think those are important. I've been studying those. I've actually incorporated those on the drill sheet. And as a matter of fact, I've got the drill sheet up here. I'm continuing to make adjustments to this thing. And this, of course, is available on the Google Drive share for anyone to view and download and make your own copy, do whatever you want. But here are the REST API HTTP methods. You got get, put. And it depends, of course, on the context in the URI, right? Are you referencing a collection, or are you referencing an element that is part of that collection? So, for example, when you do that, put means you're going to take data, use a put command, HTTP, and if it's referencing a collection URI, it's going to replace that entire collection. So it's basically going to do a delete and a copy or add, right? If you're referencing an element, it's just going to replace, and if it does not exist, that element does not exist, it will create that element using the put command. The post at the collection context is not really used, but if you're referencing an element and you do a post, you're basically updating a member of the collection, right? So some subtleties there. Patch, of course, is in terms of a collection. The patch command will create a new entry. Element level is not really used. So I did some study of that. Mentors Land Tamer, I'm down, don't know much about programming. College, don't know how much past JavaScript, Visual Basics. Yeah, that's true. I took, let's see, what did I do? I can't even remember. It's been a long time since I took programming as part of college courses. And I believe it may have been Python. But to be honest, it's been so long ago that it's like I'm starting over. So I understand that totally. But, a lot of us, I did a lot of scripting in my career, when I was doing server administration, even desktop administration. When I was doing server administration, I did get a little bit into Visual Basic scripts because I wanted to influence Active Directory and fish information, retrieve information about accounts, update accounts, make changes to Active Directory, and group policy. So I did a little bit of scripts for that. Java, Python, and C++, and can't forget Perl. Yeah, actually, it may have been Perl that I did in school. A little bit of Perl, to be honest. It's interesting. In this And on David Bombal's channel, on that video he was talking about earlier, they had a chart showing all the most widely used programming languages. I think Python was third in that list. But even the top item, which may have been Java, I think, it only had like 13 or 14%. So, hey, we got a new follower, Commander Root. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Welcome to the LAN Tamer stream. Hope you get your networking goodness on. Yeah, David is very, very smart. And what I like is lately he has been doing more traditional vlogging type videos. I don't know if you've noticed that. Yeah, I can't think of anything he doesn't know either. He's so broad. But on his channel, I don't know if you've noticed, and we'll pull it up here. Of course, oh yeah, here we go. He's right at the top because I've been watching his videos today. And you'll notice, oftentimes you did not really see his face, but lately he's been doing more interactive sort of videos, including this series with Chuck Black, which is really good. Chuck Black has written a book on SDN, and he teaches a class on SDN and programmability. So he's been doing an interview. There are 2 of those videos. And that's one of the ones I was watching today, this one here. So I'm going to share this out to the chat because if you haven't seen this yet, this is really good. What programming language should you learn? And somewhere in this video, yeah, here it is. Top programming languages. Java, C, C++, Python is 4th with 3.78%, C Sharp, JavaScript, Visual Basic.NET. So some interesting stats there, but you notice Java, which has the highest number, is only 13%. It's not like it's 80% or something. So there's so many diverse programming languages out there that's a good video I recommend you check out. Yeah, he's had some motivational videos too, which has been interesting. So he's kind of changing his channel up a little bit, which I like. I think he has one of the most popular networking related YouTube channels. So I'm glad he's experimenting and continuing to keep it fresh, keep it new, and putting new content out there. So yeah, that's one thing I'm covering in the drill sheet, and another thing I'm covering is SDN. And like I've talked about in that video we just referenced, controllers, northbound traffic, southbound traffic, the different types of SDN technologies. I need to get a little deeper on that. Cisco ACI, for an example. And I read a couple of chapters out of Nick Russo's, I've read this before, but obviously I need to understand it better. So I went back and reread some of Nick Russo's Evolving Technology Study Guide on SDN. Really good stuff. So that's really what I'm going to be working on, folks, for my written. I'm going to be focused on that this weekend. I'll give you another update tomorrow. We'll shoot for noon again to do an update. I've got a few meat chunks. Some of them I've talked about already, but this, folks, in order to start learning programmability, so far I've found this series to be really helpful. And, this was talked about a lot at Cisco Live DevNet and Cisco's dCloud. So for a long time, I'd heard dCloud so many times, I didn't really know what it was. And now I know what it was as part of this course, because what it's talking about is if you want to, they have labs basically and routers and other things running in dCloud. dCloud is essentially, they even have, I think, some configurations that include VIRL. So you can essentially, for free, connect to dCloud. Sometimes there's a way to connect via either Cisco AnyConnect client, or you can connect sometimes even a device, a router, for example, to dCloud. There's a way to do that for some of these labs. In fact, let's pull up dCloud now. Cisco dCloud, not SoundCloud. So essentially there's a lot of different labs up here, Python, etc. Mentors, I definitely want to learn and explore more DevOps. Yeah, you and me both, my friend. So let me make sure that doesn't play so don't get a community strike on YouTube. But yeah, you can log in, and then there are a number of different labs that you can run. Let me log in real quick so you can kind of see. And some of you may already know what this is. You may already have used it. But essentially, because VIRL and dcloud sounds like an interesting concept. So here's a catalog, for example, of all the different things that you can search for or actually run. So here's a VIRL sandbox, folks. And what you can do, this is for a demonstration for service provider. So a lot of these, if it says demonstration, it just means it goes along with some sort of presentation that was given either at Cisco Live or as part of this programmability course, for example. And what they'll do is they'll allow you to jump into the sandbox and play with the code, play with images, run commands. You can do it related to Python. There's ACI. And as you can see, the content produces here is either dcloud or DevNet. I have not done this yet. I have downloaded some of the lessons that are part of this Programmability Basics course. This is a video course, but along the video course, there are, let me see if you can see it here. I'll do more of an in-depth on this. I know this is kind of just spur of the moment, but you can download the sample files and work with them after you watch the video or along with the video. So I did the introduction, and I'm on programming fundamentals right now, and I've done all the way down to REST APIs part 2, making REST API calls to Postman. And now, actually, I'm on Python language and script basics. I'm on part 1. So there's a quiz. You can earn a badge. If you log into DevNet, you can actually download the scripts and play with them using dcloud. Did you see any demos of the updated VIRL at Cisco Live? Also been waiting for queuing to launch, you suggested. Yes, I did, Mentors. I'm glad you mentioned that. I did an in-depth video on that regarding VIRL. And I got to see a sneak peek of something that had no version number. I don't even know if it's alpha, right? But I saw some really cool stuff. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to link it here. It's part of the series. Yeah, no problem, Mentors. I'll link it for you. I think it was part 7, yeah. So this video here has some in-depth comparison of what I saw of VIRL, the new VIRL. Sorry, I just dropped the chat. But it's really slick. I'm really excited about it. And I think it's all good because, and I mentioned that in the stream that I recorded, I think it's all good because, again, it's competition and it's adding new features, it's making it better, and for some people that's going to work really great. And hey, if it comes out and it's like way better than anything else, of course I'll renew my subscription. Yeah, the Bizzle VIRL has a long way to go compared to even in GN. They do, and what's interesting is I actually talked to developers, mentors there. I tracked them down, man. That was one of the things at Cisco Live. That was a mission. I want to go find the VIRL folks and have a talk with them, and I did. And they understand why their product is behind in a number of areas, and they are working really hard to address that and not only come up to par with some of the features that are in EVE-NG and GNS3, but actually add some new features that they hope will even make it better. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. But the people working on it are very smart. And there is a reason why VIRL might be a little behind, as some of it is sort of political, and that has to do, I think, with what platform they decided to build it on, OpenStack. And I think there were some marketing /sales/political sort of motivations to use OpenStack. And that has set VIRL behind, I think. And they are addressing that. Let me just put it that way. I believe in Cisco devs and the hard work. Yeah, they're really smart people. I mean, they're people, you know. GNS3 just works, but when Eve is more user-friendly, it's going to be sick. Yeah. And a lot of it, too, I think boils down to what you're used to. Really, all in all, many of y'all have seen my comparison video between the three. None of them is like way ahead of the other, in my opinion. A lot of them are pretty they have feature parity. You can do, it's just a matter of what do you know, what have you learned to use, and what is more effective for you to get your labbing done, right? That's what it comes down to. These lab software applications, they're applications. They're there for a purpose, to get to get a job done, and that is to learn, right? Or to model, or do proof of concept, right? I think Cisco is going to come out with this solid. The problem is when and what. Yeah, cost. Exactly. And it really is a great time to be live. I remember when there was just really GNS3 a number of years ago. I mean, if you wanted to, without spending a lot of money, there were two options that were available to me at the time to study, like for the CCNP. There was physical gear, and there was GNS3. And GNS3 was buggy. Man, I had to reinstall it a bunch of times, and a lot of stuff didn't work right. They didn't have a lot of images that you could run in GNS3. So for CCNA, I definitely used physical gear, and for the switch exam for CCNP. But around that time is when I switched to using GNS3. Yeah, Packet Tracer. I knew some people used Packet Tracer as well, and liked it. I never tried to use Packet Tracer. I may have tried. And I don't know. I just didn't warm up to it very much. But a lot of people love it, which is great. But yeah, so that's interesting. If you want to get more details on that, there's some good stuff in there in the video about that. Only use Packet Tracer. Yeah, a lot of people did that with the Cisco classes you weren't using GNS3, you're using Packet Tracer, right? But this is a good series. I highly recommend it. They're not too long. They're pretty brief, the videos. This person, the instructor, is a CCIE himself, routing and switching. Actually, might be a dual CCIE. So he knows networking, and he also knows about programming. So it's a really good course. It's free, and all the exercises are free. So if you want to get started, this is a good way to do it. By the way, Q, when you start get with me, Iowa is going to change your life. Yeah, I know. I know people who have used that. Yeah, dual CCIE, not dream one day for sure, man. I would love to get dual CCIE and be a network be a programming expert. And I just did it again. Get my Windows unmanaged. So that's a good link, folks, and I'd recommend it if you want to get started, because he covers one thing. It was really good for me, not just again for my work, but he went over some of the evolving technologies like the formats. YAML, JSON, XML, which is real important for CCIE routing and switching, right? And then the REST API calls. So, what else we got here for meat chunks on this Saturday, guys and gals? We've got, this is a motivational video from David Bombal. Like I said, he's doing more interactive sort of videos, which is really cool. I really look forward to see more about that. Speaking of VIRL, I happened to see this post on Twitter. And apparently someone has written a script or a set of tools in Python, I believe, called VIRL utils. So this is something I know people were looking for, where you can sort of automate some of the things using an API with VIRL. This, by the way, looks like it's a similar booth to what I saw there at Cisco Live. But yeah, these are Python scripts to load a module for VIRL utils. So if you are using VIRL, you now have this tool to help you sort of automate some tasks. I think it will fire up labs automatically for you and do some other things here. So I thought that was kind of cool. Glad to see that. Hey, you got it, mentors. No problem. And that's really all I got, folks. Again, just a short vlog. If you didn't get a chance to see my series, I'm going to tweet out later a URL with the playlist of all the videos that had to do the vlogging related to Cisco Live, a first timers review, and it ended up being 10 videos. So I'm going to send out a link on that later. I'm also going to send on Instagram. I'm going to post a picture of all the stuff that's in the giveaway bag, in case you're interested in that. We'll be back tomorrow around noon, hopefully, to do another stream. Yeah, any Cisco class packet tracer. Yes, very true, Divisional. But yeah, thanks for joining, folks. It was good to chat with you, and good to see everyone. And hope, I know it's summertime and a lot going on. It's the weekend. There's a lot of relaxing and things going on, which is great. That's important too. But don't forget about, your labbing and your study. Whatever you've got next on your list, hit that, spend some time. And I wish you the best. That's what I'll be doing. Aside from, of course, some recreational stuff. Next week, too, in the U.S., we have July 4th is off. And so I'll hopefully be leveraging some of that day anyway to do some serious, hardcore preparation for the written exam, which I have 23 days to go. So, yeah, vacations. What are those? I was hoping to take a vacation in July if I had passed my exam. So my vacation has been postponed as well. And, man, we're looking forward to being able to take it. We haven't taken one in a long time. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. But that's going to be my reward. That's the carrot and the stick, right? Carrot on the stick. But thanks so much for stopping in, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Sending you good bits. Thanks for sending me the good bits. Telepathically sending you all the good frames. And we shall see you back here tomorrow on Land Tamer Stream. Have a great Saturday night, folks.